I don't think you'd ever be that scared of something.
Well, thank you for calling me so brave.
not what I was getting at. But.
I mean, that's what you said. That's what I heard. You said, I'm not scared of anything.
Hannah said, Justin's a brave boy.
Do you like scary movies? You're still afraid.
There's a limit to how much I can take.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
No fear.
You guys ready?
Yeah,
Yes.
I guess so.
All right.
Wow, that's the fastest we've ever set up. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I had a lot more prep time. Or I made sure we had prep time because we are on a schedule today.
Yeah, we gotta hustle.
So, what is up, Fear fans? Welcome back to the Real Fear Podcast. My name is Justin.
I'm Kordell.
And today we have with us a very special guest. The first guest, in fact, to return for a second time because we've scared all the rest away. She loves Christmas and hates our podcast. It's Hannah Renfroe.
Yay!
Welcome back, Hannah. Thank you so much for joining us again.
It's all still true.
It's all still true. So, yeah, I knew it was true. So, how have you been since we last, since our audience last saw you?
I guess not scared enough.
Not scared enough. No, we watched Krampus last time.
Yeah, that was a joke.
Well, it was. It was for Christmas. You know, keep things light. You wore your Christmas sweater.
I was happy about it.
It's a good time though. I'm more scared today
Why?
because this movie is already creeping me out.
I still don't know anything about this movie. Surprise, surprise.
Do you
I wanted to see this movie in theaters,
Right.
Because I know it's going to scare me, and I cannot wait. I'm excited.
So, it's been out for what, like a month now? We're going
like 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay, yeah. So we're going still during the theatrical release. So we're doing a new formula, I guess, for this type of episode.
Field trip.
It's a field trip episode.
Yay!
So you guys won't get to see us watch the movie and
Unless
react to
Justin
it
gets sneaky in the theater.
and start recording us in the theater. Yeah, I could do that. I mean, you know, not gonna say that for sure because it's illegal technically, but it's fine.
What's gonna happen?
The girl
We
in
never
Spider-Man recorded the whole movie right next to me, so I don't think
That's
it's
true.
that big of a
Because we're not gonna get caught for that shit.
deal. Especially in a theater with no one there.
You're absolutely right. But do you want to tell us? Oh, did we say we're watching The Black Phone? Did we say that?
No.
Okay. Well, as you
I
can
just
see
said I
from
was
from our prop here, instead of a pop figure, we now have a black phone.
We have a black phone.
Starring Ethan Hawke, directed by Scott Dickerson.
You said it like I would know.
Ethan Hawke's gonna scare me.
Do you want to go ahead and tell us what you know about the movie, Hannah?
What I know?
Yeah, and what you're
is-
anticipating?
I don't know anything.
All I know is, like, it's everything my nightmares are made of, which is, you know, being kidnapped, and then, like, he's called the Grabber. He grabs kids. He's also a part-time magician.
What happened to that light?
It acts funny, like always, because your
Alright.
house is haunted.
Right.
The grabber, and then the hash slinging slasher shows up next. Like what?
Yeah, well, I don't know about all the paranormal stuff, nor do I really care about it. I'm just very scared of him and his mask. I don't do masks. I don't like when people, you know, just sit and somebody's trying to sneak by them and you think they're like asleep or whatever, and then they turn their head, and that just ruins my life, and I can't wait
That's my turn.
to be scared.
I could wait all day. I don't know how I agreed to this.
It looks like it's going to be pretty good. It is based on the book, or it's based on a short story actually by Joe Hill, also known as Joseph Hillstrom King.
Short stories are fucking
Stephen King's son.
Vampire.
Joe's stories are good. They're
So you say
Short stories.
yeah. You said they're scary, and I said they are good. You're right.
That's not. We're not saying the same thing.
Short stories just like it's crazy how they like pack more of a punch so quickly than
I agree.
a whole movie. But
I think short films do that too. It's you have a limited
Still
amount of
not over
time to
Smiling
just
Man.
punch in the scare. You're not over what?
What was that,
The
Smiling
Smiling
Man?
Man. Did we ever talk about that on the podcast?
I don't think so.
We've seen it though, right? Like you've seen it?
Maybe.
Oh my god, we have to when we get back. We figure out a different light
We
situation.
should watch that just so he could see it.
Okay.
I'm not sure I want to see it again.
Wait.
but
Oh, it was
I'll bring up the
it was the
Smiling Man
short,
on my-
right?
Yeah.
The short film.
Yeah.
I saw that. Yes. I think
It is
did we,
so
I
scary.
think we watched it with your sister.
ruined my life.
Oh, we did watch some short films. No, I don't remember.
We might have
watched the
watched
Lights
it.
Out short film with
We
her.
might have watched
Maybe.
it at Kelsey's because we sat there and watched
Yeah,
a
but
bunch
I
of
think
scary
they had
short
left.
films one night.
Oh, at Kelsey's. Okay, because we watched it at the 4th of July when we were at Gabe's house.
Yeah, no.
But I
this
think Kordell
like
already
there
left
was
at that
another
point.
time where we were at Kelsey's apartment just like watching random stuff, waiting
Right.
for somebody to show up, and we watched that one again because it always scares me.
It's very scary. It's just
It freaks. It's
No, I
another
believe
one
you.
of like it's my worst
no, I'll
nightmare.
pull it up. It'll be
No,
fine.
it's,
short
you know-
film. I mean,
Okay.
It's my
Well,
worst nightmare.
we got time. It's my worst nightmare.
It's like, I don't like anyone running up behind me, and then to be on a dark street, and for that to happen, and you look back and that dude's looking like that. No. Have you seen? Have you seen the trailer for Smile?
For Smile, yeah. Where it's
Don't
very
like that
abstract.
either.
I can't tell what it's exactly about, but there's some creepy smiling people on there. It freaks me out.
Yeah, I don't like the weird, creepy smile stuff.
So, Kordell the Smiling Man is 4 minutes long.
Are you gonna watch it right now?
Yeah, why not?
Do we have a book drink? Can I get a book drink?
Oh, yeah. I meant to do something about that. The book drink is empty. Oh my
this is
god.
a
I
terrifying
completely
time.
slipped my mind today, yeah.
It's a
I was going to go
terrifying
grab
time.
something. Speaking of being the grabber, I was going to grab something to drink, but I did not. And so...
Now I'm fucking raw dogging stress. Oh my god.
Yeah. I don't know if I can turn this around for you.
Take shots to the theater.
Well, we could do that.
Fill airplane bottles. I did that one time.
Oh. Okay.
Okay,
As long
so...
as I
Can we
can't
face
see
it? Oh, Hannah don't want to see it. We don't want to face it.
I don't care.
To where we all three can.
I mean, you can try. I was just trying to do it
Put it
while
on
keeping
top of the
everything
book.
plugged in, because everything's very plugged in to this
Way
computer.
closer to Hannah. No, Justin can't see it.
That's
Okay.
fine. That's fine. That's fine.
That's fine. I guess Hannah doesn't have to look.
Okay.
I don't want to see it.
Boom. Let's see.
So Gabe
As long as
does,
Cordell gets to see it, that's what's important.
Gabe
I
does an
already don't
uncanny
like it.
impression of this guy. And it's
smiling
really
man?
scary.
Gabe is just as scary as this guy when he does it. I screamed out loud.
Yeah, and I
Gabe
wasn't
did it?
high, and
Yeah.
I screamed out
I
loud.
did when Gabe did it. We screamed out loud. Yeah. Oh yeah. And it was the first time I had been high also. So it was a perfect time for him to scare the fuck out of me.
What's he doing that for?
That's what exactly.
Why he doing all that dancing?
It's why are you doing all that dancing?
Listen, I don't.
Why his shoes
Just
so
the
loud?
sound of it, I don't like.
Yeah.
Why would you
Yeah,
go
cross
behind
the
somebody
street.
doing
I
that?
would. I'd be like, let me get out of your way, bro. I can't have you mess up the performance for me.
What is he doing?
He's just standing there. He stopped dancing. He moved so he would keep dancing, but he didn't keep dancing.
It's just such a well-made short film.
There's a moment when that sound starts that I like can't.
How he get way back
Sound?
there?
What sound? Oh, I gotcha.
He's
Oh,
so far away
terrifying.
now and on the same side of the street.
Like,
Yeah.
especially when you turn around, can't see him anymore. And
His
then-
suit is nice. It's a nice suit.
Oh gosh, he's doing the creep.
He's doing, yeah, he's got that,
Do the creep.
yeah.
Just imagine though
No.
that you're on the street.
No.
I do it all the time by accident. Someone's standing under the street light when I see a street light.
People
I
aren't
see
standing in the
how-
street light. I just imagine it.
I know. Yeah.
I see how
That's what I
Gabe
meant.
can do this.
You see how he can?
Yeah, I can see Gabe's face in this guy's face.
Yeah.
The hell do you want?
Oh, I wouldn't have talked to him.
Definitely no. I would have just run.
I would have ran away.
Just run.
Yeah, no, once he's like behind me somehow.
This is scaring me again right now.
I don't like
Crazy people are scary.
weird, random, like, just.
Yeah. When you're acting not like people should.
I don't like the noise.
Sigh of relief because he's shuffling away. Motherfucker,
Yeah,
pay attention.
I would.
Keep your head on a swivel.
No, I don't want to hear it.
Well, he looked up, so it's okay.
He's running way
I
slower
wonder
than the
if
smiling
he
man.
would have ran past him.
I wouldn't have stayed to find out.
Yeah.
Where's the tip tap? Missing the shoes
Zigzag.
Yeah, serpentine.
That's for alligators.
Well, and crazy people, I think.
Crazy people can't run in a straight
They
line.
can't. They can only run in a straight line.
Oh, yeah.
Them shoe taps? What the heartbeats?
And that's the jump scare ending.
What was it? I can't remember.
Just his face again. A close-up
He was
of
in
it.
front of him now.
Yeah, he was in front of him last time.
God, he's fast.
Gosh, this is loud.
My mom does that to me in the hallway at home.
What?
Like, she will come up behind me in the hallway and, like,
Take off?
and she knows I hate it, and she thinks it's really funny. And I don't trust anybody walking behind me in my own house, in anyone else's house, down the street, in the store.
Hannah
nowhere.
backs away whenever
I hate
people are in her house.
That's what's so scary about the black phone. It's like she's like, oh, he's walking behind people? No. It has nothing to do with the fact that he's kidnapping
I
people.
can't
or
see
anything.
him? Absolutely not. Gotta see my kidnapper.
But the black phone is half
Half my worst nightmare.
half your worst nightmare, half your worst nightmare. Although I think the supernatural part is less of the horror part based on the story. I've read the story, but I just don't know what. It's in a book called 20th Century Ghosts by Joe Hill. It's been a long time though since I read it. I was meaning to reread it again, but I did not. And the supernatural part is less scary. It's more like helpful, like a helpful ghost. I'm pretty sure type situation.
That's fun.
Oh.
I think the ghosts are the ones that call him on the black phone. And then he gets to talk for help and stuff.
Not have that phone, man. You just
Like
don't
Ethan
have it.
Hawke yelling at the kid with the mask on. I'm not ready.
What happens though if they put all the scary parts in the trailer and it's not scary?
But listen, every time I see the trailer, I get really creeped out and it scares me, so it's totally fine.
That's totally fine. So as long as those parts that are in the trailer are in the movie, it's going to be terrifying.
Anything in addition will just be, I mean...
Icing on the cake.
So since have not seen this and
Right.
it's just come out
No
and
one's seen
everything.
it.
No one's seen it, right?
Justin's read really bad reviews.
Well, some people have seen it. It's been out for like 3 weeks.
Right. Well, I mean, like none of us have seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to give like a preemptive score and see if that fits?
What, you mean like a hypothesis, like a guess?
Yeah,
I
what you
am
think it's
interested
gonna
to
be.
see how this
Hannah's gonna
compares
say
to
she's guessing a 10.
Sinister
Because it's the same director.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm interested to see how it compares. What
I-
did I rate
I'm giving it a
Sinister?
5
An
already.
8 or something?
What did
I rate?
Oh,
Sinister?
I don't know. You weren't on that episode. So I don't know if you
Sinister?
rated it.
Oh.
Yeah, you were on Krampus.
Why did I think I watched
Because
it?
you suggested Sinister, probably. I don't remember. And you were mad. That's why you hated our podcast, because you were mad that what we rated Sinister.
Yeah,
'Cause
so
we
this is
rated it
going to go
lower.
well for me.
You what?
Because we rated it lower, I think.
Lower than others,
Yeah.
but not the
Lower
lowest.
than freaking Babadook or whatever.
Yeah, but we fixed that.
Yeah,
we went back
we
on
retconned
episode
it.
11.
After
we
they said
retconned
they
it.
hated it, they rated it higher, scarier.
Well, that was
than
because the
Sinister.
Babadook was our third episode.
Yeah,
and
something
we
like
just
that.
were not. We hadn't watched enough movies to be able to
Get a good scale.
get a good scale of
Yeah.
what should be rated. What.
Sample size was too low.
So you were right on that. However,
I'll be right. Justin doesn't let other people be right very often.
Well, we got it on record, so
we got it on record that you were right that we rated the Babadook too high.
it was too high.
We did, however, keep our Sinister record the same.
Yeah.
But your point that it didn't make sense comparatively was on right on the money for that
Yeah.
one.
Way to go, Hannah.
So we'll see if you're right. So you want to let's guess. I'm gonna say the Black Phone, only because I have heard that it's not.
What'd you
scary.
give Sinister?
My mom went and saw it, and she said that it wasn't scary. You know what?
I don't think
I'll look it
anything's
up.
scary to you, though.
I mean,
Again, we've had this conversation.
It's pretty hard to scare me these days. It's easier in the theater though, so this one might have a
Edge.
have a step up on the other movies that we've watched.
And you had seen most of all of them.
Yeah, except for
already.
the ones that the guests bring, like
can't
Jaren I
even-
hadn't seen, Gabe's I hadn't seen.
Can't even talk
But
shit
that one
out
was
loud.
dumb.
Oh, Grave Encounters? Yeah.
I have to be quiet.
I can
the
say
whole
that
time.
because he doesn't watch this podcast.
Yeah, you gotta be quiet. No talking in the theater.
Fuck. That's
Unless I'm choking.
that's
If we're
my
the only ones there, well, I mean, Hannah will still get mad at you if you talk.
I'm gonna whisper to you, Justin. I'm sitting on the other side.
Okay, yeah, just sit away from Hannah.
And whisper my
I'm just
jokes.
trying to look up.
I whisper in
spreadsheet
scary
now.
movies.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah, I like hit people too.
Oh.
What the fuck?
I just say, shit! Oh my god! Ah!
I hate people in Marvel movies because I'm so excited. But that's about it. I'm giving it a 5 preemptively.
I'll say it's going to be a 6.
Okay,
That's my guess.
that makes sense. Hannah, what do you think it's gonna be?
What'd you guys give Sinister?
I'm still bringing it up.
Jeez.
We've moved it from
Doesn't
a book.
even have his notes right.
Hey, we've moved it from a book to
What happened to your book? You didn't
The
like your book?
spreadsheet.
I feel like you like books.
Well, Kordell suggested that we make a spreadsheet so that we can rearrange it to like double click it to see what order it is and what episode it is and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So here it is. I rated Sinister a 6. Kordell rated Sinister a 7.5, and it ended up being a 6.75, which falls under scary, the scary category.
Nice.
I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay.
Wow, I figured you would have gone higher.
Well, you guys don't like that, so.
We don't like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it's scarier than a 7 when you watch it, feel free to give it whatever score you want, because I'm sure.
Well,
Kordell
we
will
all
bring it way down
know
anyway.
I have issues with the scoring system
Pull it
anyway,
down.
so it's hard to.
I think the scoring system is the best that it can possibly be.
Yeah,
agree.
but again, we had this argument last time. It's just like you're never gonna make anything a 10. So the range is really.
I mean, unless I call it a 10 and Kordell calls it a 10, but since we.
But you're
think
never gonna
different
call
things are
anything a
scary,
10.
I would if something's a 10.
I don't think you'd ever be that scared of something.
Well, thank you for calling me so brave.
Not what I was getting at, but
I mean, that's what you said. That's what I heard.
That's what I heard.
You said, I'm not scared of anything.
Hannah said, Justin's a brave boy. We got 5% on the battery, so.
Well, I mean, it's about time we,
you gotta charge it while we're gone.
yeah, charge it while we're gone. We'll head to the movies. And, it's our first fear trip. Get it?
Yay.
All right, so we'll see you guys after the movie.
Yeah.
Would you like to see a magic trick?
Yeah.
Get ready to be scared. I don't want to. All right, everybody, we're back. Time jump. Because we went to the movies.
I got popcorn.
And now we're, see, that's the proof that we actually did go to the movies. Popcorn and all from AMC Perfection
Where they
Popcorn.
have Coca-Cola and
Perfection.
not dumb Pepsi.
My
Fuck Pepsi.
ass.
That's like, for if anything, you can take away anything from this episode, that's what it is. Fuck Pepsi. They don't sponsor us, so fuck them.
I mean, neither does Coca-Cola, but we'll get there.
But we love Coca-Cola. Some of us. How do you feel about Coca-Cola, Kordell? Okay, well, see, yeah, that's fine. A good Bacardi and Coke, delicious. We talked about that
Why
last
are you
episode.
ruining Coke with that?
To get drunk.
I mean, there are better ways.
There are better ways, yeah. Well, what's your favorite way to get drunk, Hannah?
Shots.
Shots and muscle relaxers.
Honestly, I don't have to pee as much, and it's nice. So, unless I'm just like, well, it depends.
What do you want to take a shot of? Like, generally. I don't have anything. So it's like I'm not offering. Again, bulk drink is empty today.
So sad.
Shot? I don't really prefer any of them. I mean, like, Fireball's not the worst. Crown Apple's okay.
Okay.
Crown Apple's pretty good.
But, I mean, I don't really like any of them. That's not the point.
Right.
Yeah, that's not why we do those.
That's not.
Speaking of AMC Perfection, the AMC we went to was fucking not. We went to the wettest, dankest fucking room.
It really did. I said it needed a dehumidifier in the room. It really did need one.
They mopped the floor with piss. I don't know.
It was musty.
They said that we walked in and the guy was cleaning still, and he was like, how's it looking up there? And he said, meh.
Yeah.
And then didn't clean anymore.
Yeah,
No.
they just left. They
They
were like,
left
oh.
it with meh.
And we showed up like 20 minutes early. So
We got some good footage. That'll be.
Yeah, y'all
good.
see that. What just happened, what you just saw, that's Justin did that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Justin.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's any good because I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, it'll be great.
I thought it would be cool to like make it. I have lots of ideas, so maybe
ideas.
too many ideas to do all of them. But like, you know how the opening credits of The Black Phone looked like film effects and stuff like that. I'd be cool if we could like make it look
I
like
like
that,
the
like a
archive
montage.
stuff. I like
See, that was neat. It's like they kept cutting back to film, shot, which I wonder if they actually shot on film or if they're just throwing filters on it.
I feel like they're throwing filters, but I don't know.
Probably. We don't really know.
Who knows?
Depends on.
We'd have to ask
We'd have
Jason.
or look it up. And also, I wanted to clarify once I saw who the credits. Derrickson. Scott Derrickson. I said Dickerson before.
I thought I read Dickerson.
Which I think is also a name, but I'm pretty sure it was Derrickson.
He's a comedian.
Dickerson? Who's that?
He opened for Taylor Tomlinson.
Scott did?
I don't know if his first name's Scott, but his last name's Dickerson.
Oh, okay. See, so I wasn't just completely crazy, but that isn't his name. I'm pretty sure it was Derrickson. And he's super cool.
Yeah.
Sinister. Now this.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking about Sinister in the bathroom.
Yeah, I was thinking about Sinister in the bathroom. That's the perfect time to do it.
Yeah.
That's when you do that.
Oh, but anyway, so yeah, I was thinking of doing like those effects, but also I was like, wait, what if we just play the trailer? I don't know if YouTube will allow me to do that.
Surely.
With just a trailer, you know? Play the trailer and then intersperse the shots from the trailer with shots of us going to the movies.
I agree. I think that's a good idea.
So, and that way, since we didn't get to see, since it's a filter, we don't get to see us watch the movie, people will get to, hear the trailer or see the part of the trailer.
Yeah, that's great. We'll do
It'll
that.
be fun.
I'm
So,
sure.
I'll see how it works out.
It's editorial purposes.
Right, exactly. We're reviewing the movie.
Exactly. We can use that. I like what they did with the sound for like all the phone calls and stuff. Everybody was like filtered through that phone.
Oh yeah, you didn't
Sounds
get to
nice.
hear any people talking, any ghosts talking.
Mm-mm. Just phone.
Yeah, exactly.
It was pretty cool.
Should also go ahead and say we, spoilers.
Yeah, we spoil shit.
We
on
spoil
here.
everything on this podcast.
We spoil shit.
We deep
That's the
dive.
point.
It's the point. We're deep diving into this movie. So spoilers for the Black Phone and whatever else we decide to talk about. Probably Sinister as well.
But you've already seen that episode.
We've already seen that episode. If you're here now, unless you skipped
Why
over it
else would
because you
you be
hadn't seen
watching
Sinister.
this?
Right, exactly. Hello, ring ring.
What the fuck?
Jesus, what the fuck? My favorite line in the whole movie.
That was a lie. I was not prepared for that.
She cussed so much.
She did.
She gave the movie the entire R rating, just her alone.
Yeah, it was really just her.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It was her and the two things that were there was blood. Like,
I love
also, sorry,
No.
but fucking, I didn't realize how much trauma that would bring back from like.
Oh yeah, that was
just
rough.
growing up. Yo, it's
yeah.
getting a good rating just for the trauma alone. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, I remember getting beat like that. I was like, and then watching it happen to this little girl, I was like, did I get beat as a child? Did I?
Yeah.
Huh?
A little bit.
Was that me? And then like even the schoolyard fights, I was like, huh? I remember that too. And I feel uncomfortable now
When
about
she
it.
hit that boy with that rock,
Like,
though, and he just
yo!
bleeding outside. I'm
Yeah.
like, boy, you need to go
And
somewhere.
she just sits right next to him, and you just
Yeah.
said we're out.
Yeah,
Like, they're out of the fight.
They don't get to fight no more. Yeah, you get your ass beat, you go sit down somewhere.
Yeah.
And
that
she
was-
was like, damn, I messed you up.
Phew, shit. It was fun though. I'd say it was a fun movie. I think.
I enjoyed
I
it.
loved that movie. It was very good.
I really like as a whole, like definitely Sinister's still the scariest thing I think I've seen.
Okay.
But as a whole, across the board, I liked how it all
I was stressed.
worked together.
I was very stressed.
Yeah, it was
a
really
lot of the
good
time.
Had
plot.
some good jump scares. Scared
Yeah.
the absolute shit out of me at
Had
least
some decent
twice.
I will say that I
I
like
hit
this
Justin
movie.
twice.
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
y'all
Hannah both-
screamed.
Just so you guys know, since you guys didn't see it, me and Hannah both yelled fuck. I think I yelled fuck first, and then Hannah yelled fuck in the theater. One jump scare. It was the first jump scare I think we saw a dead kid.
It was like so
was
not
quick.
what
It
I
was the
Yeah, I
first one. I was
wasn't
like, I thought it was
ready
gonna be
for
the grabber, and I was prepared for that.
Yeah.
I think I saw what jumped, but I was prepared to see the grabber, and it was not that.
It was not that. I definitely, my eyes got big. I was like, I don't
Yeah.
move. I just like,
Yeah, Cordell just tenses up.
yeah, just
I was
tense up.
telling Hannah as we were leaving the theater that at one point I was so scared. I don't remember what it was, but my whole body was tense, and then my leg got a cramp because I was tensing it so much, and then I had to like reach down. I was just like ow, 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 and sitting there in pain while also being afraid of whatever suspenseful thing was happening. Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think. I'll go ahead and say I think I like this movie better. I like this movie better than Sinister. Just as a movie,
I agree.
and the plot and how it all came together.
It was very creative. I like it.
Yeah, and I really liked the. It's weird that the little girl dreamed in film also. It's like she dreams in
And
Super
she
8 for
was-
some reason.
She was there too. Like she's in the cop car.
Yeah, no, that was
riding
kind of
with
cool. Because I remember you being like, what? And I'm like, what's a dream? It's fun. Look at
Well,
it.
once I figured out it was
Oh,
a dream,
okay.
yeah, I thought she was just like
Oh.
because he was at the gas station, the little boy was, Finn was, and then I thought she was just there, like obviously saw it and walked outside watching it, and then she gets in the car and I'm like, oh, well, what the heck?
Right, but you know that kid, the blonde kid, was like a flashback that she was dreaming about, and that was neat because how it went into her dream when we at first thought it was just going to be a flashback. And it was at the grab and go, which I'm just like, of course it's called the grab and go because he's about to get grabbed.
I want to know how he got kidnapped, though, if he was in jail.
Yeah, they never showed him being kidnapped.
Also, it's crazy to me because I thought they were all going to be little kids, and like he got like some pretty like 17-year-olds and shit.
Yeah, the blonde kid was the oldest and biggest. And I thought, I'm sure it's easy to find when you have weapons and drugs and stuff.
What do you think he was spraying into their
chloroform is what I assumed.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he kept saying, "How are your eyes?" Like as
Yeah.
if he sprayed it into his eyes, and I was like, "You sprayed it into his mouth." So what are you
He
talking
definitely
about?
did it with the one kid, but I mean his eyes were swollen, so I guess it just got all over his face.
Yeah, maybe.
He just sprayed it all over
I
his
assumed it was chloroform, but I don't know. Something to knock him out.
I don't know either.
Could have just like been making him huff paint, make him pass out or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blurry vision. I
Some
guess.
sort of anything like that has like chemicals in it and stuff like that. Probably mess somebody up.
Yeah, she was weird. It was.
And the balloons were nice.
Yeah.
I
The
mean,
black
they weren't
balloons.
nice, but like the way he always like did it like that every time as like cover for what he was doing, and then released
And then
them.
released it, and that's where
Yeah.
they found the black
Yeah.
balloons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking when they said they found black balloons at the scene, I'm like, oh, that's something else I should have been using for promo for this episode of the podcast. Is like, I gotta have this black phone here. I was like, I needed to have some black balloons in the background or something. I didn't know though. That wasn't in the. I don't remember that from the trailer. If it was in the trailer,
They did. They talked about it.
damn, I should have got some black balloons. Maybe I have some. I don't know. I have a helium tank.
I feel
Wouldn't
like
put
you
that
should have black balloons. You're
I
dressed
probably
in-
might.
I feel like you do for some reason. I'm just confident that you do.
Here, hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Real quick.
You gotta check for the black balloons. Yeah, it was definitely. I didn't know what the fuck to expect. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what we were doing really, but it popped off pretty quick. I liked it. It was a cool little.
Robin was badass.
Yeah,
Cool kid.
yeah, he was great. They had some good moves. Choreography was good. That shit checked out.
Oh, when they were dancing.
Although he never
fights.
did that
The fights,
move.
yeah.
For
Yeah.
all of that.
Wait, which move?
He never like.
Oh yeah, he did. He did. That was when he was hitting him in the head with the.
Yeah, but he
phone
wasn't
over.
doing all that.
Oh, I think it was like
I think
pretty,
he was.
pretty clear. He stepped back, step forward, step back, swing, step forward, step back, swing.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
when they were
I
practicing
didn't see that because he was also like struggling with him, so there wasn't
Well,
like a clear.
I don't know. If you watch it again, you'll see.
I
that
saw it.
was,
Yeah, I kept up
It was
with
pretty
it.
cool.
He was definitely doing that.
mirroring that. Although when he was teaching him that, I was thinking that's not how you catch someone by surprise. Why the hell are you doing this before you swing? Like you should wait until they walk up to you and then swing. Weird though.
I can explain why, but it's not.
Sure, go
important.
ahead. How are you gonna catch someone off guard by
Gonna
jumping
get
back and forth?
jiu-jitsu.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's called a feign, where you put yourself in one position like you're in one spot, and then you take a step back, and then come back in, and they think they can grab you. Like every time he tried to grab, he was moving backwards, and after the grab was already gone, he could.
Sure, I understand how it worked for him in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking when he was telling him to use the phone as a weapon, I thought he was going to do it by surprise. Like that was like a tactic to.
Oh yeah, I see.
If someone's attacking you,
Yeah.
it's a defense tactic.
Right.
I understand, but I thought he was going to use it as like a surprise attack, and I'm like, why are you jumping back and forth?
I
Of course,
never,
yeah, it's
I
gonna make
never
sense,
took
yeah.
it as a surprise.
I was like,
supposed to be.
because I was thinking what you should do was fucking get the back of the toilet and wait until he walks in and hit him in the head with it.
Yeah.
It's a great weapon.
There's a lot
He-
more
instead-
weapons
instead they
than
put
packing
stuff
a
in the
dirt
packing a
in a
thing.
phone.
Yeah, it's like you could have used lots of pieces of the toilet. Made some sharp, you know.
Yeah, any of that floor tile could have been anything to
Which-
stab, but
That when he fell down onto that grate, that really got me. That was some like
Oh, he hit
core
his
memory
head?
type when he broke his
when
ankle.
he hit his ankle.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wait, did you break your ankle on a grate?
No, but twisting my ankle so many times, I know like that feeling.
Oh, can we cut to show the footage of Hannah twisting her ankle from her ring
No.
camera? You're gonna give us this footage. Oh, I have the footage actually. Don't worry, we'll get a release. We'll get you to sign a release.
cut to that.
And here we are. Wasn't that funny? Didn't you guys love that? That's when Hannah, says the floor is weird when she falls over.
Ground is weird.
So that's the core memory. One of the core memories from Hannah's many falls in life.
Ankle pain. I just oof.
Oh yeah, it's horrible.
Ay, ay, ay.
But speaking of the grate, I was wondering the whole time after he'd taken it off, I was like, I would be trying to climb up to that window and get out. It's like the dead kids kept giving him
Hints.
different
Tactics.
to
Like-
get out, and he would just abandon them after they didn't work the first time.
Well, yeah, but it's also like he was never gonna dig his way out of there.
Oh, that was a bad plan.
Like,
that first
what the
kid did
heck,
not know.
baseball boy, Bruce?
Yeah. But the hole did work. for something
Yeah.
else later, but
Well,
not for
everything
any
worked
reason.
for something else later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The grate helped break the ankle.
Even the freezer.
cord. Yeah, the
freezer
with
helped.
Yeah.
Even though I thought he was going to kill
The phone, everything.
But
yeah.
not for the reasons the kids thought they would.
Yeah.
They're like, well, here's what I was trying. If you want to give that a
He
try.
took all of their plans and made a master plan.
Yeah. He's got that mint arm, which I thought was a cool line to come back to.
His arm is mint.
His arm is mint because he's strong, and then he's able to kill the guy because he's so strong.
Kills him with the black
With the
phone.
black phone, of course. Yeah, that's why I knew that
He
they
did
were
the
packing.
thing.
They're packing the dirt with the black phone because the movie's called The Black Phone. It's not called Backup Toilet Seat, so you can't use that as a weapon. That's
He
not
should've
cinematic or
Stabbed him when he made it up to the stairs, and the old boy was sleeping. Easy kill.
Yeah,
He should with anything, and he already cut him in the
He had
arm.
that rocket. He could have stabbed him in
He
the
could
neck.
have stabbed him in the neck with the rocket.
Yeah, he
It
could've
would've
just-
been
yeah,
fine.
Honestly, he
found
was
something
in
to
the
hit him in the
kitchen.
head.
Like, there was probably stuff.
And once you leaking blood, you're not as good at fighting anymore. Like he could have beat that adult.
I know.
But also, he got out of the house.
Yes.
And then didn't immediately start screaming and run to the first house he saw.
Yeah. I also didn't.
That
like
was the only time he was really dumb.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. I thought he was running. We didn't see him right after he left the place, but he wasn't screaming for sure. And I don't think the movie was quite fair in that regard because he would have had more time to run further away than that. For him to get in his car and start chasing him,
Yeah.
you had to start that thing.
Yeah.
You had to walk out the door.
The
get in
way
the van.
I saw it, it looked like he ran by at least like 3 houses.
Yeah.
And it's like, you should have just went
just
and
seemed
knocked on the
super
first
close.
door.
Yeah.
Hit any door, anything at all.
Screaming, like
Help me, help me.
pull a Laurie Strode, like help, help.
Please, anything.
Of course, I mean she was ignored too.
And in a
Maybe
normal
Halloween, but-
neighborhood,
Yeah.
somebody's going to be like, oh, there's a child running in the street. I should probably help them if they're asking
If my
for help.
apartment complex is too loud outside, I'd at least look. Like I'm like, oh, what is that?
Where do you guys think? First of all, Officer So and So
You love him.
was in from Sinister.
I immediately
Do you remember him?
recognized
He
him,
the
and I was like,
brother.
this is
Yeah.
about to be good.
And I didn't recognize him at first, and I turned to you and I was like, oh, that's Officer So. That's Officer whatever. I couldn't remember what they called him, but they called him Officer So and So. And he's so funny, and it's just so cool to see him, Scott Derrickson, and Ethan Hawke all join back together for another project. And it was the perfect role for him. But where do you guys think he was during the day or during the
Coked out.
murders?
He was sleeping then.
Sleeping, you think?
Yeah.
'Cause I was like, oh, maybe he works nights, But then I was like, no, he doesn't have a job. He said he didn't have a
So
job.
he's in between jobs.
Yeah, he's
So
just
working on
crashing
this.
with his brother.
Right.
Apparently.
So maybe he's just asleep
yeah, he's probably just
during
asleep.
the murders.
I mean, if he's getting just fucked up all the time and then
beatings.
passing out, yeah. I mean, with the soundproof room and everything, yeah.
Because I was just interested, I understand if he was doing everything in the basement, it would be more believable. But he was sitting up there shirtless with a belt, waiting for the naughty boys to come up. And what if his brother just walked in and was like, "What are you doing?"
Well, I think it's that his brother wasn't around for most of the naughty boys, but
Oh, that's
he
why
was
this
for
one's
that last
different.
one. Yeah, that's why.
Sure, but he also was doing that with him, waiting for him in the chair upstairs in the kitchen.
Yeah, no.
So
yeah.
if the brother wanted a snack or something, he would walk in and just be like, "Oh, you're doing something with a
like,
mask and a belt. I don't know what's going
That's
on."
weird. Yeah.
His
But maybe he was
brother-
maybe like you said, he was passed out.
I just love that he was genuinely trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
It was right under
It was
his
right under his
nose.
nose. He's so stupid. He's like he's afraid his brother's
He's
gonna
like,
find
yes,
out.
you're here for the missing kids. Come on in. I've got all of this figured out.
Yeah.
He's got to be somewhere close to here.
I really like the reveal because I told Hannah, I was like, well, that was misleading because I thought it was just a transition. When it goes from him snorting coke down to the basement.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was the same house. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
well, I just assumed that the movie was doing something weird because he was obviously not the grabber.
Right.
So why would it have been that house until I realized that he has a brother who is the grabber? But
I think that's what he was talking about in the very beginning. He was like, "Oh, something things are different. Something's changed. He's gonna, when the kid was asking, he who, when he first got there, it's his brother. His
Yes.
brother was the one that was.
yes, we didn't know that yet, though.
Yeah, but it makes sense after the fact.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Everything makes sense after the fact. They didn't have any plot holes, if any, in the movie. It was pretty good.
Besides the kid being dumb, but that's just normal horror movie stuff.
Yeah.
Just
Kid's
that
gotta
one
be-
time, really.
Yeah. Other than that, he's a pretty smart protagonist
Yeah, he tried.
compared to the other kids. They all died.
Listen.
They didn't do it.
Dumbass kids.
Dumbass kids.
Man.
That one kid looked like Corey Feldman. I feel like. Do you think so?
There was one part from the trailer that didn't make it in, and that's when he screams at him to hang up the phone. And I kept waiting for that.
That's not. Yeah.
Because it was a scary moment for me when he's just yelling at this kid, like, hang up the phone, and then I would kept like waiting because I knew I was going to scare the absolute shit out of him, and it didn't happen.
See, that's a scary part in the trailer that didn't make it into the movie, sadly. Although I didn't even think about that. He only asks him politely, I told you that phone doesn't work.
Yeah.
But he should have got more.
I wonder why they shot that, and then
I guess it just got deleted. I'm sure they intended on using it.
Yeah, I'm just interested, like.
Yeah,
because it seems like a heated moment to then take out, and why?
Right. I thought it was going to be that he's like more upset because the ghost said like, oh, he can hear it too.
Exactly.
Like, and I thought they were going to do more with that.
He also never saw him actually like talking on the phone, which is where I assumed it would come in.
Right.
Where he'd get mad.
Yeah. I really thought he was going to be like, who are you talking to?
Right.
And the next time be like, hang up the phone.
Yeah.
Because like he knows he's talking to ghosts because he's probably talked to them before, but chooses not to believe it because he thinks he's crazy.
I wanted that moment.
They needed more
creepiest thing.
They needed more of the
Ethan Hawke.
The angry Ethan Hawke, yeah.
I guess they were going more for just like weird creepy, but I wanted a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
Crazy person.
I like that Ethan Hawke is okay with being in a mask for like most of the thing. Cause like a lot
but then when he ripped the mask off, he was so upset that you saw his eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though he had
you can't see his whole face, even though he switched it back and forth.
Yeah, it's something. I feel like I don't know anything about psychology, but I know it's definitely something where it's not like he's not worried about the kid knowing what he looks like so much. It's like a protection thing, kind of like. I feel like
I'm not.
Michael Jackson used to always wear sunglasses all the time, just for like some kind of anxiety reason, you know.
Put like a little blinder.
Exactly, it's some kind of anxiety, weird thing that character had.
Yeah. Which
was pretty cool.
Which was nice. They showed and didn't tell that, and that's always very good.
And the faces were changing, and that was...
Yeah, it's like, how many different masks does he have? I guess it's just a smile and a frown, right?
Yeah.
But then he would wear the top sometimes and not the bottom.
And then the one with no mouth, which I didn't like at all, the first one.
Oh, yeah, the first one. He wasn't wearing one when he kidnapped him, was he? We just didn't see his face very often. He had like white face paint on, kind
sunglasses.
He's a magician.
He's like, yeah, I'm a magician. You want to see a magic trick?
I didn't expect it to happen that quickly when he kidnapped him. I thought he'd
show him a magic
talk
trick
to him a little more, or be like, hey, you want to see something?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna do some magic.
I mean, he did. He was like, hey, you want to see? He's like,
you like balloons?
Oh, those balloons? Yeah, you want to see a balloon?
He would have fucking got my ass. I'm like, Matt, I love magic. Show me.
I was surprised that kid was dumb enough to say, yeah, I want to see a magic trick after knowing that there's a murderer, or that there's a kidnapper on
about the black balloons is I feel like he was like, oh, are those black balloons? Wait a fucking minute. And by that time, it was too late.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you realize I just would not have talked to that magician at all.
I didn't. It took me a second to realize that the kid had cut him. I thought he had cut the kid for a second.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, that was an extreme close up. I thought he cut the kid.
I was like, is he just slicing his throat? This is gonna end quicker than I thought.
It's gonna end quicker. Yeah, I thought he was cutting him. Yeah, I was interested that they kept the.
And you let him keep it after he did that
rocket.
with it.
Yeah, why on earth did he do that?
And then like it was never brought up again. It was just like, yeah, you cut him with a rocket.
You got that bloody
cut him with a
rocket,
and he let him keep it, and he never used it again.
Nope.
He used it to cut flashlight. He used it a couple times. He tried to use it to unscrew the freezer thing, and
he used a flashlight because that's what it was.
Yeah, it was a flashlight. He just didn't use it as a weapon again.
Yeah. Which I mean,
is good artery right here.
Yeah. You would think, but he was just dissecting frogs. He knows where shit's at, but whatever.
That's a good point. I just really wanted him to fucking climb some carpet up to the window. It would not have been that hard. I feel like we could do a test. I feel like it's pretty easy.
It depends on how thick the carpet is.
I know, but you could stack the carpets on top of each other. There were like
especially
three
with
of them
how
over
small
there.
he
You
was.
could like lay.
That
yeah.
one, I feel like that he ran the cord up was thick enough for
him to just
sat
be
on
like
that.
And like climbed up it, and then he would have been out the window. And you already pulled the grate off. You could just use something to break the window.
Wouldn't have been easy, but I think it would have been.
It would have been doable. Yeah.
Better than trying to dig your way under the house like he
Yeah,
was.
with
putting
your
his time
bare
into.
hands.
You made that big ass hole, boy. You can get up that thing.
Yeah. Or also easier than
You could have put all that dirt under the window.
Yeah.
He's flushing.
honestly, yeah, he's flushing it down the toilet.
I guess he's trying to hide it.
I understand that. It makes sense. But it's definitely would have been easier than breaking a hole through the wall to climb into a freezer.
Yeah, there's no telling how long he was doing that shit.
Yeah. That was so sad when he just sat down and cried after trying to get out of the freezer.
And then Ronnie called.
And then what?
Robin called.
Yeah. Yeah, and he hadn't got to talk to Robin yet.
Mm-hmm. That was a good moment.
Mm-hmm. No, it would be. I was like, Hannah was like, you got to get out of there. I was like, we're still missing like another friend. Like
we're still missing one more friend.
We got time. Like, It's got to wrap all the way around.
Also, one moment that got me that I didn't expect was the oldest kid. When he yelled so loud and it resonated for so long, it kind of scared me.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
I don't know what that was about.
I
And
enjoyed
also, he
it,
yelled
though.
and then flew back.
Mhm.
Why did he do that? Some ghost shit.
I guess he just
I don't know.
He's going ghost. He's
He's
like
like,
just
wow.
like into the ghost dimension. I don't understand it. It looked weird.
No other kid.
You'd think someone had like exorcised him and or something and driven him to hell. Is what it looked like.
Maybe it had to do with the sister, because he's the only one of the sister.
Maybe she
was
pulled
around.
him out of there.
Into one of her dreams.
Yeah,
It's time for me to have you.
Yeah.
which would make sense, I think.
Jesus pulled him out and gave him to her because he was the one causing the dreams, apparently. According to her. Oh, that's something else. I love the fact that the idea of the psychic ability running in the family, because both of the kids have it, because that's the only reason that he can hear the phone, because they said the phone rang, we couldn't hear it. None of the other kids got to hear the phone because their mom was a psychic, and now both of them are psychics. Like, he didn't have dreams like she did, but he could see ghosts and hear the phone. Well, he couldn't see them, could he?
Yeah.
But he could hear the phone, he could talk to
With
them.
Didn't he
no
see the one
reaction.
kid?
Yeah, he saw the one kid.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Hanging.
He saw a couple of them,
around.
but, like, a lot of the times when they were standing next to him talking, he
When it
didn't see
scared
them.
the absolute shit out of us, he couldn't see him.
Yeah, when it scared us, he couldn't see them.
When I saw him, he couldn't.
But
see
I thought
him.
that was so. I've always loved that idea of like, because they did it on Haunting of Hill House too, with like Theo and her mom both, and like all the kids kind of had something. Shirley would dream, and Theo could obviously feel emotions and different vibes and stuff. I don't remember what it was. How you would say that? I don't. Nell and Luke had a twin thing, where they could always were connected to each other. You gotta watch that show, Cordell. It's
You keep
amazing.
telling me to do it.
I know.
You know, maybe
we could like make a montage of all the times I've told you to watch that on this podcast. So many times. It's
what's
so
up
good.
with Blumhouse and fucking dollhouses? Because I feel like I've seen a lot of
Blumhouse.
those every
like them.
time. And she's like, she got to open up the dollhouse to get the Jesus out. And I'm like, another dollhouse.
Oh yeah, it's interesting. It looks like she's praying to her dollhouse.
Yeah.
He just opens it up and here's all my Jesus memorabilia that I have to hide from my dad. Apparently,
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah, that's
Dad don't like
weird.
Jesus or what?
maybe his wife was a Christian.
It was
and he
probably
hates her now,
better.
or
It
he-
was probably better for him to think she was playing rather than doing that. So she just
That makes
knew.
sense.
Because when he
Yeah.
came in and was like, "It's too late for me playing," she's
yeah,
like,
he's like,
"Sorry,
I know
Daddy."
you're playing. She's like, yeah. She could have been like, no, I was praying. He's like, praying.
How dare you? Your mother used to pray.
Your mother
I'm
prayed and then
gonna
she killed
beat
herself,
your
and
ass.
now that's what causes it. I think.
I'm gonna beat the prey right out of you.
Beat the prey. Damn. Yeah.
Yeah, that was what the fuck did Dad do?
Nothing.
No, it seems like
And wouldn't let
nothing.
her do anything either.
I mean,
No.
he just drank a
He was
bunch.
afraid
and,
she
like,
would kill herself.
I
apparently.
get it, but like,
I also love that the police were so dependent on this little girl
Yeah,
to
they-
solve their
they
And
were
at,
like-
the, at the end, they were like, the police that broke the case, or the detectives broke the case.
You
Like,
didn't
they,
even know
bullshit.
that.
they waited for a call from a little girl.
yeah,
And they asked her several times for help.
Like, you came to school and asked this little girl.
yeah, which is so specific. Like, and I don't know. Maybe I guess if you're like at your wits' end, you take whatever lead you can get.
Yeah, I get
but
that.
Like the psychic.
She was right about stuff, you know?
have the whole squad roll up. Like, that town did not look that big. That was all of the cops.
Yeah.
They brought everybody to go search that empty house.
Yeah. But speaking of the house, I really liked it. It was your normal suburban brick house. It didn't look creepy at all. So I was just like, that's
Just like
real.
regular little
It's
old-
like the
old
suburban
people house.
nightmares, the
Yeah.
the documentaries that you guys make.
Yeah, you should watch Suburban Nightmare.
Suburban Nightmare on Tubi. But the tree in the yard.
Yeah, it was like that weird tree on Jennifer's body.
I don't remember.
That's what it reminded me of, because she's like, I saw this really weird tree and it looked all spiny. She's describing it or whatever, and then it shows her looking up at the tree and it looks really weird.
And it looked like that.
Yeah, it was just a spooky looking tree, kind of like the tree in my front yard. It's kind of spooky because it's almost dead.
Yeah, it is kind of. Yeah, it was like a dead tree, but it was like one of the movies was like
It's a good
white. And it
Halloween
looked really
tree.
cool. It is a good Halloween tree, but I just thought that was a neat little like. I wonder if they found a house with that tree in the yard, or if they were like, let's
Make a tree.
make a tree. Yeah, like build a tree. I don't really know if that was a real tree.
I feel like it was very specific.
Somebody
Somebody was like, I want this to look exactly like this.
probably
I'm picturing it.
That's something that I
Probably
should
not
definitely look up.
that
I'm gonna
hard.
grow this tree. No.
I'm gonna grow. Yeah, they've been doing this for years. They grew it and waited for it to die. Also,
They grew it and then they killed it once
Yeah.
it got big enough.
Actually, they found the tree that they wanted, and then they built a house around the tree.
And then they killed the tree.
And then they killed the tree.
Wow.
They sprayed it with pesticides or
That's
whatever.
dedication.
Yeah, it
It is. That's why Blumhouse knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Except for with Paranormal Activity movies.
They did those?
That's another. Yeah, you didn't know that?
That's
There's
unfortunate.
a Dollhouse in that too.
Yeah, actually, Paranormal Activity was their
Dollhouses.
first big breakout.
Don't just stop talking about it. I don't need to hear it.
Well, I mean, we already talked about it a lot in the last episode because we watched Paranormal Activity 3.
That's just not.
But that's
good
how
for
Jason
them.
Blum got his whole business started.
That's insane.
They've moved on a lot though, and they've made a lot of great stuff since then.
Yeah.
The Halloween movies included. The new Halloween movies.
I'd watch a fucking buddy cop with them two kids, like do the thing, like all
Hell
psychic
yeah.
and shit. Like
That'd
if
be
they
pretty good.
if they make that like a because like does Blumhouse have like a, you know, Blumhouse EU or whatever the fuck like or
MCU.
yeah, like
Oh, Extended Universe?
the BHEU
Cinematic
where like
universe.
it's all sort of kind of connected because like they all have the same general vibe.
Just
Like you can
kids
tell
being
it's
taken.
They're all horror.
a Blum like yeah, but like
And they're not as pretentious as A24.
yeah, like they definitely
They're the horror movies for everyone.
yeah. I mean, I just like because I would love some backstory on that fucking mom. Okay, she killed. What is there a movie for that one? Or,
That's true. A prequel would be nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we get there? Because Dad was fucked up off of that.
Yeah, I'm sure there was something that caused her to
was seeing
kill
some
herself.
stuff.
If she even
Right.
did, what if the prequel reveals that she didn't actually, like a ghost killed her or something happened crazy that made
What
it
if
look
she
like a
was
suicide?
seeing everything that was going to happen?
Yeah.
What if she was seeing all the kids are going to
She
be
could see
missing
all
and
the
killed,
other
and then her
Blumhouse
kid went
movies.
missing and
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was before like a different grabber, or you think it could be the same one?
she
Interesting.
was just seeing the future.
I wonder how long ago that happened too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously the kids are only so old, but I don't know if it was like last
She
year
said she
or
was-
you know what.
Well, what you figure they're in, like middle school, something like that.
Yeah, 8th grade maybe.
8th grade. I'd say
She's a little younger
Mm,
than
yeah,
him.
so she could be in
He was probably 13.
6th grade, something like that.
Yeah.
Because she said, "I love Mom for how she was." So enough, like old enough to like remember.
Remember her.
Yeah, like well.
Yeah. She could have died when
And-
she was like 8.
And understand and obviously have like a different relationship with her mom than she did her dad. So like even though her mom was acting batshit according to Dad, she was down with it. So Mom told her something, a thing or two probably.
They were probably both. She was probably like, yeah, you're having these dreams because you're psychic like me. And that's why Dad doesn't want her to talk about it anymore.
I need them origin stories. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I'd watch one of those.
Maybe we should talk to Joe Hill about writing an origin story.
Hey Joe. Look at me.
Although
Talk to me,
I'm
Joe.
pretty sure there's way less detail in the short story. Of course, it's a short story, and they made it into a feature-length film. So I'm sure they extended upon it way more than he ever even thought would happen.
Probably. It was cool. I
I thought
guess.
it did really well.
What's
Like, I would watch that again, like, just for fun.
I would watch that again. I think maybe we should put that in our yearly Halloween rotation. You know,
Yeah.
that's a pretty good.
It'll be on Peacock soon.
Oh, will it? Oh, yeah, it will. Yeah, August 8th, I think.
Yeah.
So, hey, check this out. August 8th. Probably be about when this episode comes out.
It's a good time.
We're gonna be topical.
Exactly.
So what are you fucking writing this shit?
Yeah, who wants to go first?
Hannah, of course, the guest.
Guess first.
Wasn't ready.
By that jump,
Unless you don't want to.
Fucking cover me in
Let
popcorn.
me see. I gotta put this.
I really need to know my the
put
rating.
this down.
Sinister.
Well,
Okay,
what did you
I'll
rate?
call-
What do you rate Sinister? You can go ahead and decide.
Call it, for me, it's a 9.
Hoo-wee.
Because it's literally,
That's the
that is
highest.
like some of the scaredest I've ever been watching something. And it's still to this day, if I watch it, it creeps me out.
Sinister. Okay.
I mean, with Sinister, it's the music, it's everything working
I mean,
together
that shit
for
was
me
intense.
that really gets
Yeah.
me. Also, Mr. Boogie is just scary as shit. So I'll give it like a 6.
Were you giving the Black Phone a 6? Oh, I thought you were saying you were giving the Black Phone a 9.
No.
You're saying you give Sinister a 9. I understand.
That's why I went into my long explanation of why it's so scary to me.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Okay. That's less than I was expecting you to do.
Well,
Yeah, same.
as far as like scare went, I was expecting him to be more aggressive, and
Right.
like I was expecting that from the trailer, and like he was, but
I
Yeah.
suppose it was more suspenseful and us waiting for the aggression than it was actual
Mm-hmm.
intense aggression.
the jump scares were really good though.
Oh, they were solid, definitely.
I mean, I could give it a 7 if I wanted, but I feel like you guys are about to be like 4.
Well, you want me to go next? I'll go next.
You go.
I'm giving it higher than a 6. That thing, that was That was pretty scary. I mean, I was looking at my other scores because I want to be fair about it, so I like to have the spreadsheet here. And it was definitely scarier than Sinister, which I rated a 6. So, I mean, for me, it was scarier than Sinister. Not saying that you were wrong, but I think that I'm going to give this one a 7. And that way, it's scarier for me. I rated it scarier than Sinister, but not as scary as Oculus or The Strangers, because I still think those are the scariest movies that I've ever seen.
I'll give it a 7.
Okay. Gonna raise it to a 7.
I'm gonna stick with my 5.
Your 5, is that what you predicted you would give it before we left?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you end up thinking scarier or less scary than you thought it would be, though? Or I guess it's exactly the same because you're rating it the same, but like, what were you expecting?
I didn't know what to expect, but because I went in this completely blind, I was like, yeah, I guess we'll just go see a fucking movie. It was scarier than I thought it would be, I guess, since I didn't know what to think. But I mean, like, yeah, it was tense. And like the jump scare, I was like, ooh, don't go me. But I don't think I'm gonna have nightmares or anything. So
That jump
I'm
scare
not gonna
got
give you
me.
nightmares.
Got me.
Yeah.
I
didn't expect to see that motherfucker there. I was like, oh, okay.
It was
the
like,
whole theater just
everybody in there was like, whoa.
Yeah, that first scare is why it gets a 7 for me.
I don't know
think.
why I don't know why I punch people.
Yeah,
when
right.
I'm just like,
oh, did you see that? Oh, it's just for me, the dead kids were the scariest part of the movie, even though they weren't. The scariest imagery.
Yeah.
Not so much Ethan Hawke, although he is creepy as well.
He was creepy, and that's not my like scare thing.
Right.
But like if the kids were at all aggressive, but they were like helpful, and I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. Like I'm down for that.
they were like yelling sometimes though, and like not fun ways.
And like the repeating,
the hair kid
got a little creepy there for a minute.
Yeah.
Like he was like, your arm is mint. Your arm is mint. I was like, okay, I know his arm is mint, bro. What are we doing here? Why are you doing this? That got me a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. They were friendly ghosts, so that's why I'm sticking with the 5. What is 5? Is 5 scary or not?
5 is scary, I believe. Yeah, 1 through 4 is not scary at all. 5 through 8 is scary, and 9 through 10 is very scary.
Yeah, stick with the 5. 5's pretty solid.
Yeah, it's a scary at least.
It's
so
scary. I will say it is scary. It is a scary movie.
It was a scary movie.
It's scary, and
it was a good time.
I think the first jump scare with the ghost, but then also the ghost that was
upside
levitating
hanging
and
shit.
bending backwards with
hell.
his
And
throat
then just
slit and bleeding,
points.
dripping onto the floor.
But because I was expecting water. He's searching for so long, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, we're gonna see water come down the wall,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden it's just a kid
Yeah, it's just a
hanging
fucking
upside
kid.
down.
Yeah,
Wasn't ready.
Yeah.
not at all.
No.
Well, so if I gave it a 7, Hannah gave it a 7, and Kordell gave it a 5, that makes the real fair
6.5.
score a 6.3.
Dang, I was really close.
Yeah, it's just a little more precise on the calculator.
You can give it a 6.5 if that doesn't upset Anna. We can
I was
round
just
up on
trying
that
to do
one.
math. I wasn't really.
She was like, I don't
wanted
care.
to do the math right.
Because I mean,
So
like,
let's see.
what does that land on us then?
Well, let me tell you. I'm trying to put this in order. I don't know how to do this anymore.
You don't know how to do spreadsheets.
No.
I'm using Google Sheets. It's different, I feel like, than Excel was.
I never learned how to use Excel.
Yeah, I don't know how to use it well.
Box is doing math? No.
Yeah, fuck that noise.
Okay, so I got it in order now.
Shape's doing math? Fuck that.
The black phone is right between Lights Out and Hush.
Okay.
So it's like, it goes... above it is Hush, The Strangers, Sinister, Terrifier, and Oculus. Right below it goes Lights Out, Grave Encounters, Paranormal Activity 3, Hereditary, Malignant, The Babadook, Scream. Oh shit, I'm gonna edit that part out because Scream has not aired yet. The episode.
Don't worry about that.
I'll just bleep it out. That'll be fun. And then The Exorcist and Krampus. And Krampus is a 2. Because we rated that not scary at all.
That was fucking.
I don't feel like it's not meant to be scary.
It's not meant to be.
Now that I'm thinking about it.
You don't know why it was a 2?
Oh,
I will-
think 2.
It was because I rated
I
it
think
a
it was-
2.5.
I think
because I thought it was
the
creepy.
scariest part is the guy that comes out of the little
The
box.
Jack in the
I
Box.
don't like that.
Oh
guy.
yeah, he gets all weird and
Yeah,
fucking
like,
sluggy
no.
and shit.
The
yeah.
first like 20 minutes of that movie, well, 30 minutes once it starts getting creepy, is like pretty creepy. You know, like you think it could
Until
be
the
a horror.
gingerbread men come out.
Yeah.
And then you're
And
like, this is over.
It gets silly after they have the creepy vibe. So I remember that's why I gave it a 2.5.
I'd also
Yeah.
say that the globe at the end was had me a little shook it.
Yeah.
Like where it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
they're
Sad.
all actually dead apparently.
They're all in
Fuck.
hell.
Yeah, I didn't like that. That's that. I'm gonna think about that later. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
The kid's stuck in that globe.
Yeah, I'm
We
like,
were all-
fuck, am I? Oh my goodness.
We
I
were
don't-
all a half point away from each other on Krampus because Hannah gave it a 2 and you gave it a 1.5.
That's funny.
I gave it a
that makes
2.5.
sense.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, the
This
Black
was
Phone,
definitely scarier than that.
definitely scarier than that.
Definitely
because
scarier
Black
than
Phone
that.
got smack dab in the middle of the road. Hannah will be happy to know that Sinister is still several above it. So, that's good. And I guess thanks for coming on, Hannah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks for dragging me to the movie.
Yeah, this was our
The
first field trip. Hopefully we do
Dankest
more.
movies ever.
One of the what?
Dankest movies.
Oh, for sure. It was
that
musty.
fucking theater. Holy shit.
Yeah, we should start reviewing theaters too while we're at
Oh,
it.
yeah. well,
AMC 10 in Easttown, get your act together.
Yeah, please. If anybody
call
from
them out.
AMC sees this, yo, fucking make this floors not meh, please. Like, make the air not meh.
I need to go wash my shoes.
I don't need to feel like I'm also trapped in the basement with a child. Like,
That's what it felt like.
That's exactly. Those chairs were woo,
ugh, yuck.
icky.
So, fix that.
Can't
And
wait for you to see it though.
See the Black Phone though, and until next time, be afraid.
Be very afraid.
Been holding that in.
Good job. Real Fear is a Moonlight Media production, available on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen, as well as the Moonlight Media YouTube channel.